know me, I am Kelly Mazdi. I'm owner and founder of Kelly Counts Macros, known for my signature program, my 8-week program, The Shred. I take my busy clients from being frustrated and overwhelmed and not losing weight and not having toned muscles to losing weight to reveal toned muscles. I like to keep it super simple. I love the acronym KISS. I like to keep everything simple, and I know my busy clients that lose the most weight like to as well. I want to welcome Kayla, winner of the Fall Shred 2023. Kayla came wanting to lose her belly fat. She was hiding that growing bulge underneath those loose shirts. She never had an issue with weight gain when she was younger, but when she did the shred, she could not wait to do the picture collages and share with her mom. Her whole family is happier. Her husband is losing weight. The kids are noticing and they are enjoying the exercising along with Kayla. So welcome, Kayla.
Thank you. So happy to be.
So first off, tell us something interesting about yourself that most people don't know.
Oh man, this is always a hard question. I always feel like I'm kind of boring, but um,
No.
probably probably the most interesting thing. Well, I think things that people don't know about me is that when I was a teenager, I actually owned a 1964 Volkswagen Beetle, and that's the car I learned to drive stick shift on. So I was restoring it with some friends, and my freshman year of college, actually, it caught fire and died. So it was really sad.
Oh
But yeah,
no.
so I learned how to drive stick on a Beetle, and it was like my favorite car. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how fun are you? Super cool. So who are you and what do you do?
Well, I am a mom and a wife. I've been married to my husband, Brad, for 12 and a half years. We have two boys, Preston and Lincoln. They're 10 and 7. I also I do two jobs. I work full time as a nurse. I am a wound care nurse at UPMC Hammocks Wound Center. I've been there for 10 years. I've been a nurse for 18 years. And then I also have a business of my own on the side where I partner with Trades of Hope, where we partner with women around the world to help empower them out of poverty and trafficking through the sale of their handmade goods. So I do that. And then on my downtime, I like to go to the kids' games and practices and cheer them on. And we enjoy spending time outside together. We like riding bikes, jogging together, spending time at the lake, in our pool in the summer. We're an outdoorsy family. So,
Oh my gosh, how fun. So in your downtime, huh? You have lots of downtime. You sound like a busy woman.
yeah,
And that's amazing what you do with the women.
thank you.
That is super cool. So in your own words, what does the phrase macro counting mean to you?
Macro counting to me is just tracking the amount of protein, fats, and carbs that I'm eating in my foods. Um, that's probably the simplest way, I think, to put it. And then staying within your recommended amount. Like you have a budget that you're trying to stay within each day. So, yeah.
So you have your macro budget, and then I gave you your calorie count, protein, carbs, and fats. And then
Yeah.
we really, honed in on just the protein part and the calories because we knew that those two things moved the needle the most.
Yeah.
And no good foods and no bad foods, and all food just has macros.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. So what did your health and fitness journey look like prior to counting macros? Maybe starting like with a bad habit in your younger years that kind of led into the weight gain.
Yeah. Probably, I mean, just that when I was younger, I've always been petite, and when I was younger, I just had a high metabolism. I could kind of always eat whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and never really had to worry about that. And probably, until after I had kids, I started realizing, I was slowly gaining weight. Um, and I never really adjusted for that, and my activity level didn't adjust for that. With being busy and doing my two jobs and taking care of the kids, I kind of put myself on the back burner and wasn't as active. I started feeling more sluggish. I just started noticing weight gain slowly, and that my clothes weren't fitting well anymore, and I really started to lose confidence in myself, and I just didn't feel like myself anymore. So I knew probably within the last 9 months, really, I was like, I've got to start. I got to do something. And I turned 40 in December, and that was kind of motivation for me when I started thinking about life and where I was at and where I wanted to be. Um, I thought, now's the time. I want to go into 40 feeling fit and fabulous.
Yes, absolutely. So what you were doing before when you were younger, basically a totally different lifestyle, and that was not working anymore. And I think so many of us can relate to that. And then it comes a point where you don't feel like yourself anymore and you don't feel good about yourself. The confidence is gone and you're ready and you were ready and
Yeah.
it was time for you. So where was the fork in the road where you chose to, count macros instead of another dieting plan or a fad diet? What made you decide to try the shred?
I never really liked the word diet because it just feels like you can't have something, right? So I knew a couple people who did the shred and had fantastic results, and I started seeing it probably like spring of last year. Just results pop up in my feed, and it was piqued my curiosity, so kind of kept it in the back of my mind. So then when I decided to take action, I looked into macro counting and thought, feel like this is for me because I saw that you could still have your treats, you could have your drink if you wanted to, you just had to account for it. Um, and I saw you're still eating your Chick-fil-A, so I love that. It's my weakness, I think. Um, Seeing, Ashley and Donna's results really and seeing that I could still have my treats and I felt like it wasn't a diet. It felt like more like something I would be able to stick to. And I knew it worked
Yes.
for people. So that was kind of it for me. And then also, I really wanted, in choosing to do the shred, I wanted the accountability and the support of the group. And so it was an investment, for me because you're paying to do the program. But that also was a part of it for me because I felt like I would be holding myself accountable then, and feel like I was really going to get 100%. So that's kind of why I decided to do it.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So you saw some other people's results, Ashley and Donna. Um, you don't like the word diet, as I do not either, because that just feels restrictive. Like there are certain things that you can't have. And with the shred and with the way that I coach in macro counting, you can have the drinks, you can have the snacks. I give you the budget and you figure out how to, and I help you figure out how to fit them in. And then with the weekly check-ins, there's the accountability right there. Plus, if you have an accountability partner as well, and, you stay committed and, it worked,
Yeah, well,
obviously. So,
it's nice too because after I joined, I actually realized my accountability partner, Beth, we didn't know we each had signed up and we knew each other. She's actually Donna's cousin. And so we were talking on the side and we realized that we'd each signed up. And so we're like, yes. So it was great.
oh my gosh, what are the chances? That's awesome. Well, what lesson did you learn from counting macros?
Really, mostly it was just eye-opening for me. It really taught me a lot about my relationship with food and what I was eating and putting into my body because I never had um, tracked what I was eating before, like calories, carbs, fats, protein, nothing like that. So it was a real eye opener. I told a lot of people probably the first couple of weeks, like, people just don't know what they're eating. This is so bad. Like, people should look at what they're eating. Because I was just like kind of in shock, like I really was just mindlessly eating before. So it really taught me about food and how when you do eat enough protein because before like I skipped breakfast a lot. I wouldn't eat, I just would wait till lunch and then I would eat really big lunches and then have a big dinner too and snack. But I realized like breakfast was important because then I was full and I wasn't eating the snacks that people brought into work. And, I wasn't tempted by things because I was full from eating a good serving of protein in the morning. So I really just learned a lot about myself and food.
Yeah, so you educated yourself not only on food, but kind of your habits and where you were kind of screwing
Yeah.
up. You weren't having the protein-filled breakfast, so then all of those treats looked extra delicious because you were hungry
Mhm.
and realizing that protein kept you fuller and you felt better eating
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
protein.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us about your results. How much have you lost? How many inches? And then any non-scale victories.
Okay. Well, I'm up to 19.8 pounds gone, and I think it was 22 inches total that
Huge.
I have lost. So it feels really great. Non-scale victory, as far as that goes, would be probably at first it was just people noticing. Um, Even my family were the first ones, and myself, like just feeling better. Like I wasn't as tired. I had more energy right away. Probably within like 2 weeks, I felt like a new person. So that was a huge non-scale victory. And then it was fun because I've challenged myself and put myself out of my comfort zone since I've lost the weight. I'm like, I'm going to wear a bikini in public for the first time in years. So with my money, I won from the shred. I wanted to do something fun to celebrate. So we took the boys and went to Kalahari the weekend before Christmas, and I wore a bikini. And so that was a victory for me. Um, and then other non-scale victories, well, I'm down 2 pant sizes on my jeans, so that's awesome. I actually had to get rid of a bunch of my shirts because they're like really loose and baggy on me now. Um, I was cleaning out my closet over Christmas break. I went on this like crazy rampage through my house and got rid of all the stuff. I'm like, we're going into the new year fresh. So I was in my closet and I thought, I want to try my wedding dress. And the last time I put it on, because the kids wanted me to put it on a few years ago, I couldn't even barely get it on, let alone get it zipped. But I'm like, I want to put it on just to see. And we were able to get it all zipped up and it fit. And just felt so good.
My gosh, I bet. Like a princess again.
Yeah, it would have probably been like, I would say 8 years since it fit. So, yeah. And then I had ski pants sitting in my closet for forever. And I had told you, I joked, I was like, I had them in there and I kept thinking I was going to fit into them again. And then I finally resigned like last year. I'm like, I'll just keep them and give them to Preston when he's a little bit older. He can wear them to ski because they'll never fit me again. But I put them on last weekend and they fit. So that was fun.
Oh my gosh, amazing. So not only a scale victory, 22 inches lost, fitting into old ski pants, fitting into your wedding dress, cleaning out your closet. Oh my gosh, so many victories. So if somebody, was thinking about joining the shred, what would you want to tell them if they're kind of, "Oh, I don't know if I should join or not."
Just do it. I mean, this isn't a diet. And that's what I love about that. It's teaching and learning a lifestyle and the way to look at food and learn how you can still have things that you love, but do it in a way where you're still being healthy, that you're more fit. And yeah, I wish I would have done it sooner when I first learned about it in the spring. I thought in the spring, I'm too busy. I'm too busy to do this now. Maybe I'll think about it later. Maybe I'll think about it later. And I'm like, I should have just did it. It really doesn't take much time. The prepping part of it is really the most important tip I would give somebody is, if you
Yeah.
do the shred, to take those tips about food prepping and planning. And if you do that, you set yourself up for success. Um, but yeah, once you do it, once you're weighing your food and tracking the things, you learn what is in what. So after a few weeks, it becomes so much easier.
Yes, I always say after 2 weeks it becomes simple. And the fact that you said it's a lifestyle, it's not a diet, so it is sustainable, having all the things that you can have. Everyone is so sick of that yo-yoing back and forth,
Yeah,
losing, the 10 to 20 pounds.
right.
That is super frustrating for so many people, but when you incorporate foods that you love, that just doesn't happen. And we talk about new habits and we stack those new habits, which is huge. And you did a phenomenal job at.
Thank
So,
you.
well, thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm just going to share a little bit about the shred before we hop off. So it is an 8-week session. Um, the doors are open. They will close next Tuesday. Please don't delay because I always sell out. It runs from January 18th until March 14th. So you can snap that after photo at spring break. So the shred includes custom macros with the option for weekend macros. So people like Kayla, maybe she wanted some more freedom or flexibility on Friday or Saturday to have ice cream with her kids or maybe an adult beverage. There's 30-minute virtual workouts that can be accessed anytime from anywhere. You don't have to do the workouts, You can walk 10,000 steps. In fact, some of my busy clients that don't have time to do it, they just macro count, they step count, and that's it. And I've had clients lose over 50 pounds. So don't get stressed out about the workouts. Consistency calendar. This is the biggest struggle I see, is being consistent. So the consistency calendar is helpful. Easy to track items in the app, weekly live coaching calls, weekly check-ins where I check in with you. So there's a no-fail policy. I give you a simple grocery list. You can literally print it off and take it to the store. There's easy family-friendly recipes so that you don't have to make separate meals for your kiddos. I give you sample weekly meal plans. So this takes the what do I make out of the equation. You get an accountability partner or buddy if you want to. They won't let you down. You won't let them down. There's a private Facebook group only with Shred members, and private coaching via instant messenger. So I know that you've tried it all, Weight Watchers, keto, paleo, Whole30, and you're tired of wasting your money. Afraid of failure? With me in your back pocket, I promise I will not let you fail. We have fun too. There's events and challenges and games and swags. And there's also a $500 grand prize winner. So you can be like Kayla and take your family on vacation. But so the spots are limited. If you need the link, comment link below and I will get that to you, or you can go to kellycountsmacros.com. But thank you, Kayla, so much for sharing your story. I know that you are changing lives and I appreciate that so much. You're the best role model for those kiddos. I love seeing those pictures of your kiddos working out with you. I appreciate you. So thank you so much.
So welcome. Thank you.
All right. Good night.